So, this is your second interview, right?
Yes, sir.
How did you do in the last year?
Sir, my score was not up to the mark last year. It was 175.
Well, it is not bad. It is pretty good.
Yes.
175, okay. And you have passed out from IIT BHU.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And your optionals are sociology.
Yes, sir.
So, can you please introduce yourselves to the panel?
Sure, sir. So, I'm from Bahedi, a small tehsil in district Bareilly in Uttar Pradesh. I have done my initial education from Bahedi itself, and my 10th and 12th I did from Shalikhet, Jolikot, Nainital. After that, I did my graduation in mining engineering from IIT BHU Varanasi. Post that, sir, I took a break of 2 years to prepare for civil services, and after that, I took a job, and I'm currently working in corporate sector, in IT sector, as in the field of data analytics for past 1.5 years.
Okay, all right, very good. Now, tell me, what do you think of Israel-Gaza war? Is there a solution that you can see in near future?
Sir, it has been a long time now for the war, so
Yes.
certainly the solution must be searched for by both the parties involved. The solution that I can see is will be coming from dialogue and discussion only by engaging the parties involved in the conflict. And sir, two-state solution, which is also a stand of our government, is the good solution that I feel in this conflict.
Yeah, that is correct. You have understood correctly that two-state solution is the solution, which almost 3/4 of the world is recommending. But the crux of the problem is Israel itself, entire country, does not want to agree to it. You know, recently in the parliament, 90% of the members of parliament have passed a resolution. I'm sure you are aware.
Yes.
So, and the prime minister, the entire executive, the elite. So, if they don't agree, how does the two-state solution make any progress?
Sir, I think that we have to make them agree as a world, because it is the conflict and the loss that is involved in these conflicts is real, and it is creating a huge impact in the world. So as a world, the countries should come forward. So currently, one of the reasons that I think is Israel is not agreeing is the backing of US, that US unilaterally backs Israel for whatever actions it takes. Let's say, sir, there has been the casualty yesterday also, like 112 civilians got killed in the shooting by Israeli forces.
Are you suggesting that US should not give full backing to Israel? Are you suggesting that?
Sir, I'm saying that US should be cautious enough that they should also
That is also unlikely to happen. In terms of the ground reality in USA, the Israel lobby, in terms of its clout of opinion making in the media and the print media, social media, all medias, so both are unlikely to happen. Anyway, we have to see how this
Yes, sir.
situation. Now, what do you think is about India-China relations?
Sir, I think that there has been a slight decline in the India-China relation for past 2 years. The reason for the same is the border conflict that we have, the Galwan Valley clash that happened.
Right.
And sir, at the same time, in field of technology, in cyber technology also, there have been allegations that Chinese have been incursioning into the data part of India. So it is striking our relation further low with
Right,
China.
that is correct. So what should India do? What is the way for India to tackle a heavier country like China, isn't it? India
Yes.
is going to become a Viksit Bharat by 2047,
Yes, sir.
hopefully.
Yes, sir.
So would that make a drastic change in the situation, India vis-a-vis China? Once India becomes a Viksit Bharat, what will happen to China? China will remain Viksit or will come down?
Sir, I think that India will remain Viksit Bharat, but whatever happens with China will depend on the policies that China will take care
Correct,
of,
correct.
and it will also keep on growing with its pace. But sir, coming to the part that what as India we should do, so there has been always that we have to live with the neighbors, so we cannot change the neighbors. There is an old saying regarding that. So we have to deal with them in whatever way. For example, sir, Galwan clash happened. but the discussion was the thing that we moved ahead with. So this is the only way, as our government also says, that diplomacy and dialogue is the solution for all the problems, in most of the problems in foreign policy. So that is what India should look for.
But that is what is the Chinese trap for India. They want us to continue, 15 rounds have happened at a very serious level. But they know all this, they have thought through. India will be happy to keep doing the dialogue and you stay where you are.
Yes, sir. Sir, there are some macro challenges that shape these relations, in my opinion. Sir, India is managing them pretty well because India is not aligning completely with the West itself. That is one of the concerns of China, and at the same time India is promoting its national interest and strategic autonomy. So that is what India is doing, and which is not going against the Chinese as well. So if China understand that even India is no more a threat for them, which they perceive it to be because of growing inclination towards US, then certainly the dialogues and diplomacy will result in some fruits.
Understood your question, your answers. Lastly, any Asia Pacific, any regional body or any grouping which India has joined, which may have an impact on China?
So Quad.
Okay, all right, good, well done. So
Thank
my
you,
next
sir.
panel, Dr. Agarwal.
Yeah, Nirdesh, what do you feel about this Manipur conflict, which is going on for last 8-9 months? Despite a country of about 145 crores is not able to control an area of about where 30 lakh people are there and about 20,000 square kilometers. What is your take? What are the reasons that we are not able to control the conflict? I am not asking what is the conflict. I am asking why we are not able to control the conflict.
Yes. Sir, there are multiple reasons for it. Sir, ethnic clashes and the clash in the society always has a deep relation with itself. It is not that easy that we can think of superficially. So in Northeast we have seen that it has been an ethnic clash among the tribes. So that is one of the serious concern to be solved. And sir, at the same time there are the issues of balancing the security aspect in Northeast and the domestic situation. So that also puts up a different challenge for us as a government to solve it.
But that challenge was there for last 70 years.
Yes, sir, it was there. But sir, that ethnic clashes has always been happening in Northeast. So, but still, sir, it is not that we are not able to solve it. We have solved most of the part of Northeast by the reason for this. The solution that we have proposed is just that discussion and by talking with them. This is only the way forward that we can do in this case as well.
No, as you have not answered my question
Yes.
analytically, now I revise my question in a way that the government doesn't want to solve the issue till the elections. If I raise this, what do you say?
No, sir, I do not agree with this opinion, because government always wants to solve the issues because this is what they are doing for the citizens. And they are trying it, but the solution is quite difficult in this case, and they are trying by engaging the parties involved in the war. And so they have done that because the intensity of the conflict has reduced, if we say when it began and compared to as of now.
Okay, let us agree to disagree on this point, and I come to the point like what is your take on the marriages, type of marriages which was there in ancient India and type of marriages at present? Can you describe what are the marriages in the type of marriages in the ancient India, as you student of sociology also?
Yes, sir. Sir, so in ancient India, mostly the diversity was less in compared to religion. If we say,
No, I'm asking types of marriages, names. There's a certain name for them.
sir, exact names I have to look into it.
You don't remember?
Yes, sir, I am not able to recall. I'm sorry, sir.
So you know what is a Maitri Karar?
No, sir, I have to read about it. Sorry, sir.
Okay, so leaving the remaining sociology for madam to ask you, my next question again comes from current affairs. What is your opinion about what happened in Himachal Pradesh recently?
So, in terms of political aspect we are talking about?
I'm asking about the Rajya Sabha polls, Rajya Sabha elections.
Yes. So, there was the whip issued by the parties and few MLAs denied that, and the cross voting happened in Himachal Pradesh. So, this was the issue.
What
that
is the
went.
trouble in Congress party? What is the basic trouble in Congress party? That you have to answer.
Sir, per se in Congress party, I don't see that there is a specific trouble to Congress party in itself, but as a party whole, I can answer that there are few ground rules that must be followed, and if they are violated, then the trouble arises in any political party if it arises.
So what is the trouble? Where the ground rule was not followed?
Sir, in this case, I'm not able to recall that what was exactly the ground rule, but the diplomacy, the democracy of the intra-party democracy is always required in any political party in our country. So that must be respected by each party in order to sustain better.
What was not followed? You have to tell me, na?
Yes.
What is conflict, inside conflict of the Congress party? What is the conflict?
Sir, I have to look into it.
Okay, my last question comes from, like, what are the important minerals found in India? You just tell me 3-4 important minerals and how much we are exporting or importing.
Yes. Sir, coal is found in India, so it is around 785 million ton is our domestic production of the coal, and around 215 million ton is what we imported. We imported coal from other countries to our
Why we import coal when we have a lot of coal mines still to be auctioned and to be converted into mining? Why we are still importing?
Sir, there are few reasons for it. Sir, the first reason is that the demand in India is still way more than what the production of coal is in India. And sir, it is gradually moving up because the private sector participation earlier was not there in the coal sector. And sir, coming to the last year.
Basically, you are not hitting the point. Why we have to import the coal?
Yes, sir. First reason is that private sector participation is not up to the mark in coal sector, and the quality of coal is another reason that makes us to import the coal.
Why? What is the problem with the quality?
Sir, most of the coal that is found in our country is non-coking coal, but the coking coal is not found in India, and that is used in the steel manufacturing plants. So that is what we import from other countries. And sir, also last year there was El Nino, and the heats it was quite heat in the summer, so the demand of electricity got increased. That led to the shortage of coal.
Okay, hand it over to my next panelist.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Nirdesh. You have been a data analyst
Yes.
in Excel Services Limited.
Yes.
You still continuing there?
Yes, sir. I have switched the company, but the field is same.
That is data analyst. You are
Analytics.
basically a mining engineer.
Yes, sir. I am a mining engineer.
So, how do you think that if the mining engineers shift to the software, data analytics, who will go to the mines?
Yes, sir. But many of my friends have gone to the mines, sir. Sir, for me, the reason was different. If you allow me, I can explain that why I switched from mining.
No, I'm not talking about you. On
Yes.
the larger scale, on the larger scale, if you see all these data analytics or all software is entirely dependent upon the code functioning.
Yes.
So what will happen to the core industry if intelligent people shift from to the different avenues which were not earlier available?
Yes, sir.
Like data mine, I mean, I used to recall that in 80s or 70s, mining engineer used to go to the mine only.
Yes, sir. Sir, definitely this is a concern that the human resource in these sectors there will be a shortage of it in these sectors if this transition keeps on happening. So sir, for that what we can do is we can provide more employment opportunities in this sector for the engineers working in this field. Sir, let me give you an example if you allow me, please.
Please go ahead.
Sir, let's say during my batch, so there were only 2 companies from mining sector that visited to our campus. So that is one of the issue that we still face, that the human resource trained for that sector is much more than what is currently the scale offered by the companies. For example, only CIL and Tata Steel came during my
So
placement.
leave aside this aspect of UPSC civil services, if you
Yes.
have to confine it to the comforts of working in a AC cabin
Yes.
and working on the ground level of mining inside, what do you think is driving you to come to the software or remain there?
Sir, for me the reason is quite different to come to
I
software.
mean, general.
In general. Sir, in general, the thing is that I would like to work in as a mining engineer because of the challenges and the field work that they operate in, and that is really a task that they perform on the ground by leading the group of people and bringing out the impact of it. So that is what it can drive a person to go from software to there.
What do you think that this can correct this? I mean, the correct in the sense that there will be a rational decision of going here or there. Will it be money, or will it be more comfort at the ground level, at the shop level, floor level of the mining?
Yes. Sir, I think both aspects should be taken care of. Money should definitely is one of the concern of the people coming to the software. So if that is what, sir, we were discussing way before that, private sector if get involved in mining sector, so the money aspect can be dealt with, and at the same time we can make mining operations safe and the proper rules can be followed over there, so that the safety aspect and the working conditions can be improved.
Okay, Nirdesh, any idea what is the turnover of Excel Services Limited India branch? Is that MNCI?
Sir, it is a client-based company, so year-on-year revenue growth I have idea.
Even then?
Yes, sir.
1 year's?
Sir, I have to look into it, the exact numbers of
I mean,
it.
you have been working in this organization, so just wanted to
Yes.
know that whether you have an idea.
Yes.
Who are your competitors?
Sir, so as it is a consultancy firm, I used to work in this organization, so it is as it is a consultancy firm, so various other service-based companies like TCS is one of the competitor, and Fractal Analytics is another competitor that works in the same field in which we work.
Okay. Coming to your, one of the hobbies which you have mentioned, that road safety in surface mining.
Yes.
Recently, a criminal law have been introduced, I mean,
Yes.
has been amended and in a different form. So, there was one controversy regarding hit and run.
Yes, sir.
What is your take on that?
Sir, I think I support that law that has come by the government, that hit and run was punished. So I totally support that, but still at the same time, the concerns of the truck drivers should also be weighed in by talking to them. Sir, if you allow me, I can explain a bit more in this. Sir, because I believe that hit and run is a serious issue these days. And various other countries across the world, they have this law of hit and run, and that has reduced the fatalities over there.
Okay, fine,
So,
that's all right.
Yes.
Now, coming to last question, that do you think that our tax base should increase, or it is a happy situation so far as tax base is concerned? Can you say whatever you say? Can you support it with the data?
Yes, sir. I think that tax base should get increased, because currently it is around 2% of the people only who are paying the taxes, and sir, various other fields where the taxation can be done are being excluded currently. So we should try to increase the tax base as the burden falls on the limited number of people, and then tax evasion happens, so that can further improve the revenue.
What
of
about the
government.
compliance part of it?
Sorry, sir.
Compliance part?
Yes, sir. Compliance part is that the tax evasion happens, that the people are not able to comply it, but the reason for it is the high tax.
Have it high tax?
Yes, sir.
How?
Sir, so if you allow me, I can give an example, sir. Sir, let's say the highest personal tax slab is 30%. But if we say that the tax for startups and corporate taxes, it is less than the highest slab of the personal tax. So, sir, tax evasion happens that the people start registering themselves as corporates or as startups. So they are just trying to find way out of.
Oh, well, that
tax.
may not be a correct stand. May not be a correct stand, because India. Do you remember how much? I recall that how much was the highest percentage of individual taxation in India at one point of time?
Sorry, sir.
97%.
Okay.
So it has come down drastically over a period of time. That is not to say that that much percentage of tax should be there, but the reason for compliance is there, that as compared to earlier years, the compliance has been on the higher side.
Yes.
Because of the digitization.
Yes.
Because of the certain information which is collected. So
Yes.
you can always say that there is a scope for that, but the government has been claiming that there has been increase in
Yes.
compliance, there has been increase in tax base, which is quite
Which is evident
publicized,
from the data.
evident also and publicized also, but it's still there is a need for that.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Nirdesh, you were talking about marriages, types of marriages.
Yes.
Tell me this recent UCC, are you aware of it?
Yes, I am aware of it.
Okay, so it says that the live-ins have to be compulsorily registered.
Yes.
Tell me what would be the impact of this registration on live-ins?
Ma'am, there will be both the impacts of live-ins, of a mandatory registration of live-ins, some positive and some negative at the same time. So, ma'am,
Give me
positive,
one positive, one negative,
Yes.
the most important.
positive impact will be that there has been this violence that happens in live-ins, and the victim does not find its way to get the fair share, so that can be addressed if the mandatory registration is done. And ma'am, if we see negative impact, then it is the social stigma that is still attached to the live-in relationships, so that ultimately defeats the purpose of the live-in if it is registered mandatory.
Nirdesh, tell me, how would a registered live-in be different from a formal marriage?
Ma'am, I think that in marriage, given the society in which we are living currently, so there is some stigma attached to it. If someone is not able to live with a partner, so this stigma leaves him or her to follow that marriage. But in live-in, he or she will be free to move ahead with his or her life in the other
Alright.
relationships.
All right. Now again, as a student of sociology, tell me, how will discrimination impact the economic growth of any country?
Yes, ma'am, a few points that I am able to think of. So, if the discrimination is there, so that is evident in few dimensions, few aspects of the society. Let's say education. So, if discrimination in education is there, then human resource will get impacted, which ultimately adversely impact the economy. And similarly, if discrimination is there in employment, then also it will lead into the same things. And if discrimination based crime is there in the society, that also works in against of the society and the overall economic growth. Ma'am, let's say there are situations of the caste conflicts and communal clashes that happens, that are the part of discrimination that impact the overall economic activity in that region.
Good. So tell me, how do you propose to eliminate, if not eliminate, then at least abate discrimination?
Ma'am, I think that there are two solutions for it, and government is working on both of it currently. So the one is the empowerment of the vulnerable sections of the society, and the another one is the attitudinal and moral change in the attitude of other people by promoting the awareness among them.
All right. Since you talked about empowerment of the vulnerable, in the year of election, right before the elections, the government comes up with a budget that reduces the spending on the social sector. Do you not think that it is very preposterous of the government to do so?
In social sector, as in, I'm not
Public health, public education, the budget has been cut.
So, ma'am, there are two things as far as my understanding about budget is concerned. There might be some cut in social sectors initially, but at the same time, if revised estimates come and if more budget is required for the same services, then government anyways spends more, and then again revised estimates come for it.
All right. Tell me, what is this controversy about Lakshadweep? Is it ecologically feasible to promote Lakshadweep as a tourism hub and compete with Maldives, of course?
Ma'am, yes, there was controversy about this tourism promotion only in Lakshadweep recently, and if we see the comparison between Lakshadweep and Maldives, ma'am, today it cannot be compared because of the infrastructure and the sheer size of Lakshadweep, because there are only 35 islands in Lakshadweep compared to more than 1,000 in Maldives. And at the same time, if we talk about economic feasibility, ma'am, ecological feasibility. So their tourism should be developed in Lakshadweep, but at the same time, the ecosystem carrying capacity of Lakshadweep should be taken care of. In that way, we can promote the
Then
tourism.
you can't promote tourism.
No, ma'am, in limited number tourism can be promoted, because if it get overpopulated, then it adversely impact the ecology of the region.
Right. My last question to you: India or Bharat?
Ma'am, I think that both India and Bharat have their own utilities, but I would go with the best values that we can derive from India and at the same time with Bharat.
Okay, thank you, Nirdesh.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Nirdesh, your formal interview is over. We'll
Yes.
give you feedback. You can wait outside. We'll call you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
So your interview was very good. It was very nice. We could feel that your 175 was pretty much justified. Maybe now this year you should attempt for more.
Sure, sir.
And I like you to listen to my colleagues sharing their impressions and also suggesting ways and means you can go even higher.
Yes.
Dr. Agarwal, please.
Yes, Nirdesh, you are very good and hope you do well further in the interview. I feel that you need to read the subject, whichever subject you read with both the viewpoints, not only one viewpoint. That will always give you more command over the subject, and also what could all be the viewpoints in a conflict.
Yes.
Because all the issues which we ask will be a conflicting issue.
Sure.
Very few questions will be asked about the knowledge, considering that you have reached here with knowledge already.
Yes.
So the questions mainly would be analytical, where all the viewpoints and only your viewpoint cannot be there. There can be other viewpoints. So always accept all
Yes.
viewpoints. That is my suggestion to you.
Yes.
That will help to get secure more marks in the interview, because this meeting is basically to take you to higher level.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Well done.
Yes.
The only advice is that you listen to the question till last,
Sure.
that what is there, so that you understand the nuances of it and what you are required to say.
Yes.
That is one thing. And second thing is that when you say that can I elaborate, one or two is all right, but every question you need to elaborate, that means that it seems that you are well prepared on that and you want to express yourself. So that tendency should be curbed.
Okay.
That
sure.
leave it to point 1, 2, 3 and leave it to the board to ask. In 1 or 2, yes,
Okay.
where you think that yes, elaboration will be better, but it should not be a error. These are things I find okay. Last time, do you recall that what went wrong? I mean, with this kind of preparation, you should have got more.
Yes, sir. So I'm not able to recall exactly that what went wrong, because most of the questions were asked related to my DAF only, and I was well prepared for those topics. So I was quite surprised.
Anything which you missed, or you could not, I mean, something like that which is.
So there was one question that I wrongly interpreted. So I think that was one of the cases.
was
So
that?
my father is a teacher, so it was related to education sector. So the panel member asked me that, do you think that primary education teachers are underpaid? So I thought that government, we are talking of government. So my perception was that they are getting good income. So they are not underpaid. But then the moment I realized, it was around 30 seconds that I told, yes, sir, if we are talking about private sector, then I really think that they are underpaid. So that perception was there in my mind. So I think that might have worked against or something.
Okay. Otherwise, this time your preparation is good.
Yes,
Expect
thank
that
you,
it should be
sir.
something more than that what you got.
Sure.
Much
Sir,
more.
I have one question to ask. Sir asked me the question related to party. So what should I mention the name of political parties by answering this question?
When I am asking, the ruling party is known to everybody.
Yes.
So you could have answered that whether there's some problems in the party which the present chief minister is not able to handle, like the Veer Bhadra Singh family is not satisfied with the present regime. They are going to create the problems day after day today. That is there. That one has to realize that either they have to satisfy that family of Veer Bhadra Singh, or otherwise the CM will keep on having these type of troubles.
Yes.
Or the Congress leadership may restore the family rule.
Yes.
That you have to answer because that is the problem there.
Yes. So I was not aware in that deep that what actually the
But
problem was there. I will read about it, sir. Sure.
Nirdesh, I liked your answers, and I see that you are prepared and well prepared. Just two things.
Yes.
One, this is not a discussion forum.
Yes.
All right, so it would be a job interview. You have read both sides, but what we want is your opinion.
Okay.
It's not always good to take the middle path.
Okay.
We are looking for the opinion that you have built up. Fine?
Yes.
So, not debating, not discussing. A job interview, you are being interviewed and we are looking for your opinion, otherwise all is well.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
So Nirdesh, just to come to the concluding part of our feedback, you are very well prepared, good candidate. You know, we find you excellent in terms of your confidence, your answers, your reply, your walking, your gesture, your dress, your demeanor, everything is good. Occasional smile will do good,
Yes.
you know, because occasionally one gets the impression that you are a little too serious. As Madam mentioned, from your background also, DAF 2, it seems that you are one of the good performance in debating, public speaking,
Yes.
tutoring, mentoring, which is fine. That you have done. But this, as is well understood, is a job interview. The panel are veterans of
Yes.
the civil service or whatever field they come from. They can see through you very clearly, you know, where you are going, what is your line of reply, what you are hiding and what you are not hiding. So to be truthful and honest and sincere is always the best, you know.
Sure.
You can say what you feel. See, most questions are based on fact, where either you know correctly or you don't know. If you know correctly, you should say so, but not make a guess, or
Yes.
that goes against you.
Yes.
If you, without taking the permission, take the permission of the board. Can I make a guess, sir? And then you can say, even if you go wrong, nothing is going against you.
Sure.
But opinion based, you must have an answer.
Sure.
Now, your opinion based have to be well prepared. You have to remember global conflicts. You have also put foreign service in third position. So there are many global conflicts. You can expand your knowledge by reading editorials, which are very good in giving both sides.
Sure.
You know, I mean, Hindu, Times of India, New York Times, Financial Times of London. Online you will get everything. Just what is the solution for Israel-Gaza war? You just Google like this, you will get a whole lot of things. You read even India-China, you know, what's the way future. I mean, these are the current topics.
Yes, sir.
Pakistan, we didn't ask many questions because time is short, but we can see that you have a lot of preparation in you. And always remain somewhat humble and humility. You are a very humble person. But in the interview, you have not come to display your oratorial skills.
Yes.
Remember, you know, you have come to reply to the pointed questions by pointed answers.
Yes.
Your answers have to have one or two most important points. 30 seconds, you should be able to finish it, you know.
Yes.
And I think you should do extremely well. Your China reply was excellent. Arab-Israel, you mentioned Israel to kind of not have the US support, which is impossible. If you look at these editorials, they make it very clear. The sole reason why Israel has got so much confidence, so much of this, is because of the US support. And the lobby in US is so powerful. If US withdraws, Israel will sink.
Yes.
Which US, whoever is the president, he will also sink. So there are many issues, but your preparation is very good, and I think you should do this year extremely well. You should hit 195, 200, and you should come into the civil services.
Thank you so much.
All the best to you.
Yes. So just one last
please,
question.
Please.
Sir, I got reviews from previous panel that my answers were quite long earlier. So was this the issue here also?
Well, it gets slightly there. You are, because in the debating society and all, perhaps you have to carry on and continue. Here you have to think in your mind.
Yes.
Just two most important reasons. See, the questions will be very pointed. The questions are not going to beat about the bush and here and there. The veterans know what they want to know. They want to see in you whether you have the capacity to analyze any situation anywhere.
Yes.
You know, IAS, IPS, these are the requirements of work. So you need to be focused in your answer to a focused question.
Sure.
As you raised the issue, precision was lacking.
Yes.
That I might have also missed. Like on coal, you gave very long answer and came to the point that also partly in very end. I mean, so ash and other issues, the sulfur content should have come immediately.
Yes. Quality of the coal should be the main point in that.
Quality of coal, why we are importing that, and that should have come immediately.
Sure.
So.
Okay.
All the best.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.